Hello again and welcome back to my third Java tutorial. Today we'll be going over classes and header files. So let's open up a new C++ folder. I'm going to call this C++ part 3. Okay, so let's go over here and create a new item. We'll go create our main class first. Main.cpp. Okay, so now let's do include iostring include string using namespace std void main. Misspelled this. Okay, see out. Hello. Okay, make sure this runs. Yep, perfect. So now let's create our class. So we're going to create a new car class because why not? So add class car. Okay, and let's finish. Okay, so now you get car.h and then car.pp. So what that is, h is a header file, right? Which is like making your own import statement, which is actually really cool. And our actual file. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete these. And what I'm going to do is in here, this is what you call a constructor and a destructor. So in here, let's say we want a name and we're gonna get an error because we need string. But what I'm gonna do is if it's not defined, if this header is not defined, because we may be calling up a header file multiple times, so we don't want it to be defined multiple times. So if not defined, define, and we have to put in our name, car h, and if not defined the car, then let's do that, and we're good. Now all we need to do is include string. Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. If we comment this out, we get error. Oh, that's because string is part of the std class. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to say, hey, we're going to create our class, so we want to make sure that it loaded up nicely. So created class no, and now we're going to end our class. And we're going to do the same thing. See how destroyed class. Okay. And we're getting errors here because is because they want this thing up here. Nope, but I'm sure it works. So it's to actually create a class, all we need to do is call car after we include a statement. Include car.h in between the quotes. So void main car c, and because we added a name, all we need to do is just Jeep. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. We ended that. We ended that. Oh, what is the issue? Expected a that ended one issue. Missing. Well, I haven't set my colon. What's the issue here? Obviously, that's gonna give us an error. Okay, that was weird. Alright, so it created a class, it typed out hello, and then it destroyed our class in the end. Okay, so let's say we want to do all our constructors for the most part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have all my constructors in here. And any method that I need, I'm going to declare it here, but I'm going to be creating it in the car.cp. So this is called a forward declaration. So void turn on. Okay, actually we don't need that. Turn on, and we're going to have a boolean called is on. Oh, is running. Okay, and let's set this to false. Okay, now it says not found. That's because we haven't created it here. So void turn on. Now all we need to do is on equals to true. Is running. My bad. I spelled something wrong again. There we go. So we're referring to the car class turning on. Because if you don't include it, it's going to be wondering, well, what is this is running? So let's just make sure that this works. So now let's do c dot turn on, and now let's print out c out. C dot is running just to see if it worked, and if we run this, we get create class 1, meaning that is true, hello, and destroyed class. So just for our sake, just to make sure that it is running, let's return a string and we're going to return car turned on. Okay, let's run that again. Interesting, we didn't turn on the car. Oh, it's because I didn't print this part out. So let's just do that again. And as you can see, we created a class, we turned on the car, we stated it hello, and then when the entire program ended, we destroyed the class. Now, let's see if we can actually, yep, we can actually call the car destructor. And now if you see, if we try actually turn this on, I believe the constructor call missing argument list. Okay, so oops, we need the parentheses. Alright, so we destroyed the class, right? So car turned on, we destroyed the class. Car turned on and we destroyed it again. Interesting. We shouldn't be able to call this again. Okay, so doing a bit of research, this doesn't actually destroy anything. It's just a method just so we know that, okay, when we call this up, it's going to destroy, but we didn't actually destroy it. At the end of the method is when, this is just kind of like a call up, right? So it's like saying here, it destroyed the class, but it didn't actually destroy the class. If we were running, if we were doing something, delete is running. Okay, so if we run this, as you can see, debug assertion failed. The reason why that happens is because we destroyed the class, we destroyed the is running, right? So now we're not able to actually call up the turn on because is running, there's no value anymore of is running, right? Just if you don't remember, that ampersand means we're calling up the pointer, meaning that we're calling this up. And the delete, obviously, that's kind of self-explanatory. It deletes. If there was an array, you do delete square bracket and then the object you're trying to delete. So that's it for classes and headers. So headers, if you remember, is just kind of like an input statement. So when you go into your .cp, you include a cart. You can also have it here and have all the functions there as well. But we want it here just so that way when we call our class, it's all nice and organized. So hopefully that explains what classes and what a header class is. Thank you.